As many of you guys know, I am in the process of doing a huge garage declutter at my parents' house, and it has led me to think, how did it get this bad? And as I'm going through the decluttering process with my dad and kind of hearing his reasons behind why he has certain things or why there's so much clutter to the garage, it kind of inspired this video idea for today, where I'm going to share with you the real reasons why people have so much clutter. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I will link the playlist up here for you guys to check out the garage declutter video series that I'm doing. And if you're new here, welcome. I make videos all about minimalism and simple living, so if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. So the number one thing that my dad says for the reasons why he has these things, and also generally I think a lot of people say this, is you are going to use it one day or you are keeping it just in case. I feel like this is the number one reason as to why so many people have clutter, because I feel like the majority of people have said that at least a few times in their lives. As I'm going through this decluttering journey with my dad, he has definitely said that about a lot of things in there, but I think there comes a point where you have something for so long that you have not used and it's just sitting there for months or even years. At that point, if you're still saying that you're going to use it one day or keeping it just in case you need it, and it's been several months or several years, I hate to break it to you, but you're probably not going to use it. That's the truth. If you are saying this about some things that you own, my advice for you is to set a timeline or an exact date of when you want to use this by, and try to use it if you really, really want to. For example, let's say that we have this pan and this pan has not been used in a really long time. So what you can say is, I'm either going to try to use it by this certain date, and if I don't use it by this certain date, what I'm going to do is to donate it or let it go. If you find that you arrive at that timeline or date that you set for yourself and you still haven't used it, at that point you're probably not ever going to use it, so it is time to let it go. The next reason that my dad said a lot as we're going through stuff in the garage is, I want to fix it. We all have good intentions of wanting to fix things that we have, but oftentimes we don't have the time to do it, or don't have the resources to be able to fix it, or don't have the money to fix it as well. Whether it's clothing, electronics, furniture, we have these things laying around our house that are broken and maybe somewhat unusable, but we hold on to them because we want to fix it one day, because once it gets fixed, we know it's going to be good as new. This is, I think, especially difficult because if it's something that we spent money on, we have a harder time of letting it go, because we think, well, I spent this amount of money on this, I can fix it, or I want to fix it, so I'm not going to let it go. But if you don't take the time to get it fixed, it's just going to sit there and collect dust and add to the clutter in your home. So my tip here is to set a calendar date of the time where you can go get it fixed, or if you're going to fix it yourself, set aside a certain time and a certain day where you can get it done. Otherwise, you're just going to keep saying, I'm going to fix it one day, I'm going to fix it one day. And honestly, it's never going to get fixed unless you are disciplined and you stick to that schedule of when you're going to get it fixed. But if you find yourself realizing that you don't want to actually spend that energy trying to fix it, or that money trying to fix it, then it's better just letting it go. Another common reason is, it still works. This one I don't understand, but this is something that also my dad says, is that it still works, so why get rid of it? I mean, it's great and all that it works, but why aren't you using it, or are you planning to use it someday? If it doesn't add value to your life, if you don't love it, and if you're not going to use it, there is no point in having it sit in your home, even if it works. It's either you use it or you don't use it, and I think that's as simple as it gets. This also can go back to, I spent money on it, it still works, but I'm not ready to use it, or I don't want to use it just yet, or whatever reason. You have to think deep and be honest with yourself and understand why you are keeping this around that works and you just are not using it? Is it because you want a duplicate of this item, or are you keeping it just in case something you already have breaks or falls apart? You really have to be honest with yourself and see what you want to do with this item that works. Either you use it or you don't. So my tip for you guys is that if you are thinking about letting go of something that still works, try to donate it, because if you donate something, you know that it's going to go to somebody who actually needs it and is going to use it. So that also makes you feel like you didn't just waste all your money, because it's going to someone that is actually going to get value out of it. Another reason that we collect things, and this is the one that I have the most trouble letting go of, is anything that is attached to a memory. It's really hard to let things go where you have a good memory associated with them. We create attachments to these objects because they brought good memories for us, and it makes us feel kind of warm inside when we look at something that has a good memory attached to it and makes you think about the good times. I think here it's important to realize that not everything that we are attached to is something that we should keep. You don't have to keep every single thing that you have a good memory attached to or that is sentimental to you. It is okay to let those things go as well. What I find is that sentimental stuff can really just be put in a box and never seen again, or not seen until years and years go by. And one thing that you can do is that if you have something that you don't want to let go, is to try to display it in your home or try to use it if possible. If none of those options work for you, consider taking a picture of this item and donate the actual physical object. That way you still have the memory in a picture form, and then you can get rid of that object and not having it take up space or clutter up your home. The next reason is it was a gift. So whether it's a gift from a family, a friend, someone that's really special to you, it's really hard to let things go, and we oftentimes feel guilty of even wanting to let things go. We think that it's going to hurt someone's feelings because we don't have it anymore, or that we don't want to use it. And the thing that is important to remember here is that they are the ones that gifted this thing to you. So it is in your control now to do what you want with the gift. Did you use it at some point and enjoy it? That's great. But if it's not something that adds value to you anymore, or something that you don't use anymore, why do you want to let it sit there and collect dust? This is your permission to let these things go, because at the end of the day, it's in your home, it's in your hands, and it's under your control. So you get to decide what you want to do with this item, regardless if it was a gift or not. And this one I touched upon a little bit previously, and it was expensive. A lot of times we hold on to things because we paid so much money for it and we're excited about it at some point, but who knows, something happened, or you don't want to use it anymore, or it didn't work out like you expected, so you just put it away and just let it sit there and being unused. The key thing to remember here is that that money you spent, it's already long gone. Consider trying to resell it. You can use Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. There are so many different places where you can sell your items that you once paid for and maybe used once or twice and just never got value out of it. So don't let it go to waste. There are other people out there who are probably looking for what you have and are willing to pay you for it. You might not get your entire money back, but I think that's just how it is with everything. Everything depreciates over time, so that's not really an excuse to not try to sell something that you once paid for. So those are the real reasons why people collect so much clutter. If there's something that I didn't mention that you say or do, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really supports my channel. And also check out other videos on my channel where I share more decluttering tips and motivation for you guys to get started on your own decluttering journey. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!